4 of the NFL on EA Sports. The San Antonio Dreadnoughts taking on the Salt Lake City Elks.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the Salt Lake City Elks and the San Antonio Dreadnoughts. Along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this San Antonio team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 23 yards on the play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 54 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak, and that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far, running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Elks are on the board first here this afternoon. They're the favorite, no question. And when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it, because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum. But you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception, as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Dixon. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Elks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, pulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now the point after try for Santos. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back out comes San Antonio. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And on now is the punter, as he's on to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rhodes, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
He'll look to throw. Got a man here, it's Bryant.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Rhodes.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Rhodes. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Rhodes. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dixon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Touchdown! From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters, and how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. Up the middle they go. It's Rhodes. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rhodes.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle.
Rhodes. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. This offense has converted 2 3rd downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So no touchdown that time, but they do get 3 more, and now they have even more of a cushion.
It's been a terrific first half offensively, so it's hard to blame them for not getting into the end zone there. But the way they've been moving the ball in this one, I don't think these will be their final points of the game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back out comes San Antonio. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here this final day of September. So let's get started. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this throw caught left side, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dreadnoughts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 27-13. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Second and 1. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Up the middle they go. Rhodes. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
On second down, it's Rhodes. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. back out comes San Antonio. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Young. First target, first catch, and a first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And they get 14 yards there at a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 6. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dreadnoughts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a long 11-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Rhodes. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Rhodes. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 54 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On 2nd down now, it's Rhodes. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Complete to Bryant. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Back out comes San Antonio. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. And time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Up the middle they go. Rhodes down to about the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On 2nd down, it's Rhodes, and he'll bring this one inside the 35. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On first down, Rose. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Elks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Now the point after try for Santos. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drives 7 plays in length. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back out comes San Antonio. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Back to throw again. Now he'll escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rhodes. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Rhodes. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Rhodes. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Salt Lake City, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.